Greetings. Today is March 29th, 2013, and I'm George Boston Rhymes of the Ghetto Free Press. It has been quite a while, my beautiful brother Kendrick Johnson, and I come today at your grave site to say these words to you. My beautiful brother, we thank you for the life that you lived. We thank you for the friends that are still your friends. But above all, we thank God for allowing us to know you in this lifetime. Then we cannot close without saying that your parents, Kenneth and Jacqueline, are committed to finding out for everybody in Valdosta, Lowndes County, the United States, and around the world, from finding out what actually happened to you at Lowndes County High School under the leadership of the Superintendent, Wes Taylor, and legally whose hands this investigation concerning your death are in, and that is Sheriff Prime, the G.B.R, the federal government, and others. The father assured me that he would not stop until justice is received in why you died on that day. And Kendrick Johnson, I want you to know that although no news media, including Victor Blackwell of CNN, not even Al Sharpton, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Dateline, 48 Hours, or any other news media, have found it necessary to interview me in terms of why I am under a 300-day criminal trespass when all I have done in the United States of America is to report what others ignore, even the information concerning your demise. Kendrick, we thank you. It seems as if though God is using you, along with your family members and supporters, to highlight the heartbeat of many other deaths here in Valdosta, Lowndes County, Quitman, Brooks County, and throughout the South. We thank you above measure. Thank you, my beautiful brother. And as you know, just a few days ago, the state NAACP president, Francis Johnson, spoke at Antioch Baptist Church. Your father spoke concerning your untimely death. And although most people here in Valdosta, Lowndes County, in the state of Georgia, don't know what he said, because there was no news media coverage of that event. But the same person, myself, George Boston Rhymes, who are under a 300-day criminal trespass without justification or notification, I recorded it, and his words are on YouTube today and being sent around the world, because as Jesus said, "And ye shall know the truth, for only the truth will set and make us free." So this event with the state president, Francis Johnson, was not news to some, but it was indeed news to us. And to make sure, my beautiful brother, that I'm not lying, I will show you the flyer that went out, and this is the program. And on April the 4th, We who are committed to finding out what is happening here in the state of Georgia will be traveling to Macon, Georgia, concerning Stephen L. Johnson, whose mother, Renee McGee, says her son was murdered outright and thrown in a river. Moreover, Kendrick, not only that, this mother right here, this mother and the grandmother, on April the 12th, will be in Waycross to highlight what happened to Nathaniel Lee III. Kendrick, we just thank you. Thank you so much, my beautiful brother. Thank you and thank your parents for keeping the real dream of Dr. King alive. There are other people who talk, imitate, duplicate, and placate. But I assure you, my beautiful brother, your father, your mother, and your grandparents are committed to receiving justice and setting the record straight here in Valdosta and Lowndes County. Even a 14-year-old, Kendrick, a 14-year-old black girl was handcuffed, taken to the floor in the presence of her peers and educators by Lowndes County Sheriff Deputy Atkins. And until this date, the Valdosta Daily Times, our local CBS, ABC, NBC, and other radio stations have ignored that mother and father who's in pain today. Moreover, Kendrick, the mother and father looked out into the fields and they felt pain. And they asked this most important question: how many more mothers and fathers had a desire to know what had happened at that school, Pine Grove Middle School, because the same thing could happen to their daughter? But yet, no Georgia newspaper, no Al Sharpton, no Nancy Grace seems to be interested in what's going on here in Valdosta and Lowndes County when it comes down to their fellow human beings. Yes, I want to thank God for your parents. Kendrick, you know, for decades the people of Valdosta and Lowndes County have been talking about the 31 jail deaths from 1994 to 2009. And from 2009 to 2014, no one knows. And no one seems to care. But I kept this in the forefront. So Kendrick, in your world of the unknown, questions must be asked. Questions must be asked. Why is it that they don't want to discuss the loss of life here in Valdosta? Why is it that the governor and Eric Holder, Department of Justice, are not concerned about the 31 jail deaths and the others that we don't know about? Kendrick, I'm sorry to talk to you on this day, but I believe it is indeed a disgrace under our form of government, my beautiful brother, to see how your investigation was handled and to see what was done to you. My beautiful brother, I say to you with everything that is within me, somebody knows something. Somebody have heard something. Somebody have seen something. And somebody are withholding something. And your father told me just yesterday, they will not quit until every stone has been turned upside down so they could be subject to the sunlight. 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 And without sunlight, none of us would survive. And so I'm going to leave you now, brother. I came out today because I am under a 300-day criminal trespass without justification or notification. I'm out here because I care. I can't make it any simpler than that. The next clip to the world, let me repeat, to the world, the next clip will be about this grandmother whose grandson died, and she's concerned like Kendrick and Jacqueline that justice must be served. Lord have mercy. How long, how long, how long? How long will this go on? Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. We report what others ignore. And that meeting that took place at Antioch Baptist Church, and the state president of the NAACP was here. But the ordinary people here in Valdosta and Lowndes County, they don't know nothing about it, because it was as if though a tree fell in the forest, and then they tell us that the tree never fell because there was no tree and there was no forest. Yet our sons are dying. But our news is not their news. And so they just go on and do what they do, because they know that if the masses of the people, not just black people, but if black and white right people receive the truth, it will change them. And there are some who don't want to see change. They want to follow the forces of Satan as they masquerade as Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindu, and a few of you. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I am the man under 300-day criminal trespass without justification or notification. And nothing has been filed in any court against me, although we know that they just may create something. But even that will be dealt with. I'm gonna leave you now. I do this because I love you. Now get ready, get ready, get ready for the grandmother of this young man that died in Waycross, Georgia in 2009. And after all these years, she's still seeking for justice. I want to thank the attorneys, Shaveen King and Attorney Crump, for stepping up to the plate and doing what you're doing. We have other black attorneys, but undoubtedly they are nowhere to be found. But we thank God for you, for standing with us in these hard economic times. We must not forget the lynchings of the Mary Turner in May of 1918 in Brooks County. We must not forget the Quitman 10+2 in Brooks County. And Lula Smart, listen, Lula Smart will be going before court again on April the 14th. We need you to be there to witness what is taking place here in South Georgia. Once again, bye-bye.